going on.
Tomorrow's gonna be around.
Yeah.
It's amazing, no matter how much you try not to be that way, it just comes out.
Yeah.
It just, at some point you just get tired.
What's this in here?
So my niece that lives in Omaha
So
is
then it
adopting a
was
puppy from our.
that was plugged in.
Oh, cool.
Which one? Hilarious. Everything.
One of the little
And then you
chihuahuas.
put it
Oh.
on.
Which one they finally decided on.
You'll look at it if you close it.
My niece, and they're from Omaha.
So you get to.
We were gonna, it's like more than that. Someone in the vet.
It would have
put in
been.
a way to speak, so I never even get it trained.
Oh.
I'm disappointed, Randy is not here. Yeah. Please stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Jesse?
Here. Then. Schmidt.
Here.
Peterson.
Here.
Here. Call us to order at 7:08 now. The Open Meeting Act is on the south wall for your reading enjoyment. And the city of Grant abides by this Open Meeting Act in conducting business. The mayor and the city council reserve the right to enter into closed session at any time during the meeting in accordance with the Nebraska Open Meeting Act, even though the closed session may not be indicated on the agenda. We are recording tonight's meeting as usual. It is the intention of the mayor and the city council to take up items on the agenda in the order they are presented. However, the mayor and the council reserve the right to take matters in a different order to accommodate the schedule of city council members, persons having items on the agenda, and the public. The city of Grant further reserves the right to adjust the order of the items on this agenda. Anyone wishing to speak during public comment may be limited to 3 minutes per person, with a limit of 2 individuals speaking per topic position. Please come to the podium and clearly state your name and address for the record and the agenda topic you wish to speak upon and press the link. Everyone have a chance to review the agenda? Right.
I move to accept the December 12th proposed agenda. Okay.
Andrea moved and Trina seconds that we accept the December 12th, 2023 agenda. Any discussion? Kimberly? Can you vote? Tierney?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Andrea?
Yes.
All right, motion carried. Thank you. Review and actions of prior meeting minutes, November 28th, 2023.
I move to accept action on prior meeting minutes for November 28th, 2023, and waive the reading.
Second.
Tierney moved and Kimberly seconds that we accept the prior meeting minutes from November 28th, 2023 and waive the reading. Any discussion? Andrea, how do you vote?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Tierney?
Yes.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Motion carried. Communications, Edward.
Absolutely. We're on round 2 of routine water maintenance. Hopefully wrapped up with that by Friday. Working on a different route. I'm trying to get the water across town. Been in contact with Tony, our field rep from MDE on that. Just make sure we're doing everything correctly. This time of year is difficult. Not a lot of water moving, so we actually got to force it to certain areas. So think about all the sprinklers and everything that are not running this time of year. Thankfully, the weather's been nice, so people have been out and about and not homebound and just running their hot water heater and water all day. So we'll be wrapped up with that on Friday. Bill do another round of special tests next week to make sure that everything's on the up and up before Christmas, so. Really in the way of projects, that's all we have right now, so, we'll be closed on the 25th, and we appreciate the mayor granting us the 26th off as well, so thank you for that. And then that's gonna take us into January of 2024. 2024. Our next meeting will be January 9th. Cemetery will meet January 9th as well at 5:15 PM. And then we'll meet the library will meet tomorrow at 5:15 PM as well. I'd also like to mention that we did officially, I don't know if I mentioned that in the last meeting or not, Jesse. We did officially hire an office assistant, Anita Birch, who graciously accepted our offer, and we're very excited to have her on board. She dove right in, feet first. Jesse handed her some files that are two-person carry. And she started weeding through them right away with nothing more than a printout of what needs to be kept and what can be tossed and how to do it. And, she's been filling them up ever since then. So I'm very pleased to have her giving us a hand in the office. And then Jesse was too.
Yes, thank you. Thankful that you guys did that. Get Jesse some relief there.
And that's it for me.
All right. Standing committee reports, Andrea?
I did attend the cemetery meeting at 5:15. They're still waiting on Marvin to determine the stone for Babyland. And they did pass cemetery fees and their rules and regulations, which will be on our agenda on the 9th. Library meets tomorrow at 5:15 at the library. And I missed the tree board meeting. I was out of town. Okay.
There wasn't a quorum, they just had a couple of us watch that.
The video or whatever you, okay.
Very good, thank you. Kimberly?
No updates for me.
Tierney?
None.
Okay, and Sam?
No.
All right.
I will be working on our annual meetings for the boards that all need to meet annually or
Mhm.
biannually in January, and I'll be pushing those meetings out to you guys. As soon as I know when they're set, that's just for election, and a lot of times that's the only time that those boards need to meet. So,
Yeah, CCS on those.
that's the,
All right, everybody get the enforcement, sheriff, and water reports? All right. Thank you, Bishop Whitman. Thank you, Jesse, and please note that we accept them reports. And our financials.
The county has started to send us our deposit by ACH, so we did get a payment by special assessment, but I had been just going ahead and depositing that to that account. So I had to do it a little bit differently this time, and I think I got it in these transactions correctly, otherwise I'll have to adjust a little bit next month. I think I have it set up, so, some of them, it gives you that notation so that you should be able to see it, but I think the one journal entry, it just has the journal entry on the payments journal, and that's what that is.
Okay,
So,
all right.
I would also note that Midwest is now accepting online payments for city customers. That should have gone out as a message when you were Midwest Electric Bill. We'll be putting something on our Facebook page or later date. We're just trying to soft it open so that we don't just completely inundate your system. Not that has anything to do with financials, that's it.
it took a little
It
bit.
does a little, it may a little bit, depending upon how the reports come out. So, we'll push it out. I'll talk to Jill and see, make sure she's not overloading her system isn't getting crazy, but we'll have that link on the Facebook page as well for city report.
Okay.
Electric customers to pay off.
Good to know. And I heard you were one of the guinea pigs that
I was.
did that.
It was a guinea pig. Everything went smoothly for me, it was just on there, they had problems, so.
Yeah, Randy was sure that you talked to about. Public comment? No public comment and unfinished business. There being no unfinished business, we will move to new business. Have action discussion on city council reorganization. Andrea has agreed to be the council chairperson again. Unless someone else would love to be, like have their heart set on it. Thank you, Andrea. You know, because if anything happens to me, she becomes mayor, so. Not that I'm planning on anything, but.
So, yes, you can open the floor for nominations, otherwise you can accept. Andrea's, and move forward with seven motions, so you. Motions made, close nominations. Accept.
So we need a motion.
Motion to close nominations?
Yeah.
You can actually do it as one, you can do a motion to close nomination and to accept. And you're voting as the council president. Or approve it. So,
I make a motion to close nominations and approve the mayor's nomination of Andrew Bergman for council chairperson.
That was fast. Kimberly moved and Sam seconded that we motion to close nominations and approve Andrew Bergman as council chairperson. Any discussion?
and I'm gonna stop you, so I need a minute, the actual wording of the code is council president.
Oh,
Not
council
chairperson.
president.
I move to amend to
Oh,
council
council.
president.
And with the second agrees to that.
I second that as well.
Thank you. Sorry. I was getting technical, so
That's good.
That's right.
All right, council president, I'll try to remember for next year, but I checked it.
Well, some are chairs, some are presidents, we haven't worded this.
Okay, count up. So we have a motion to close the nomination on the council president and approve Andrew Bergman as our council president. Any discussion? Kimberly, how do you vote? Yes. Trudy? Yes. Scott?
Yes.
Peter? Yes. Motion carried. No way. Our standing committee, reorganization, I had Kimberly with airport, park and rec, planning and zoning. Andrea, library, tree board and cemetery. Sam, public works and CRA. And Tyranny, city hall and economic development. Great. We can do those all as one.
Yes, except this is worded here. Approval of the standing committee reorganization is presented.
How do you then say that they all appointments equally?
Or just say, they say they want change.
I put the chart for the minutes, so.
So you want to change?
You want to change?
Okay.
You can try, maybe you were one.
No, but I'm just assuming.
I will make a motion to approve the committee reorganization as presented by the mayor.
All right, Kimberly made a motion to approve the committee reorganization as presented by the mayor, and Tierney seconded that motion. Any discussion? Last chance, if you would, a different community. Sam, how would you like to go?
Yes, please.
Andrew, yes. Tierney?
Yes.
Kimberly?
Yes.
All right, motion carried, very good. All right, then we have a chart. I'm assuming we could do the motion the same way for the mayoral appointments for 2023 and 2024. Thank you, Edward, for helping me get everyone contacted.
We'll note sort of the one major change that it's been constant for quite some time is Dr. Klobuchar has asked that he not be a city position. He did offer that Dr. Shane, so I had a conversation with Shane Hospital. Could be graciously to serve as a city position. He's at city limits, which were times. And, he was very excited, actually. What am I gonna do? And I was, pump the brakes now. Pump the brakes.
Actually, it's pretty boring.
Yeah, so Cliff was going to fill him. And he had not contacted me since Cliff filled him.
Perhaps we need to generate a thank you note for.
Yeah, would be great.
Yeah, and he's been there forever.
Absolutely. How many years do we know?
We can get close. We can get close.
I move to accept the mayoral appointments.
Second?
Andrea moved and Kimberly second to accept the mayoral appointments. Any discussion? Terry, how do you vote?
Yes.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Andrea?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Motion carries. All right, action and discussion on the mayor appointment of West Central Nebraska Development District. The representative will be Edward Dunn, and Kimberly has graciously accepted to be the alternate.
This board meets at their annual meeting once a year. We have a vote since we are a member of West Central. Therefore, if I'm unavailable to attend, we will be able to vote. And it's for who the board members are, as well as the budgets.
Thank you, Kimberly.
And then, thank you. And then.
Thank you. Sure, it's like-
I move to accept the mayoral appointment to West Central, Representative Edward Dunn and the alternate Kimberly Bishop.
Second.
Andrea moved, Kimberly second to accept. Terry,
Tierney seconded.
sorry. Yeah. Hearing just good. Andrea moved, Tierney seconded that we accept the mayoral appointments of Edward Dunn and Kimberly Bishop. Any discussion? Sam, how do you vote?
Yes.
Andrea? Kimberly?
Yes.
Tierney? Yes. All right, motion carries. Thanks for keeping me on the straight and narrow. Discussion on resolution 23-1201.
This is our annual appointment of nuisance officer. West Central has accepted our application for nuisance abatements this year, and in turn, we need to appoint them as our nuisance officer for the following calendar year, January 1st, 2024 through December 31st of 2024, as stated in the resolution.
Move to accept West Central, do we need a signature on this one?
It's a resolution, so no.
Oh, sorry. Move to accept action on resolution 23-12-01, the appointment of West Central as the nuisance officer. City of Cleveland.
Second.
Kimberly moved, Sam second to accept resolution 23-12-01, the appointment of a nuisance officer. Any discussion? Kimberly, how do you vote?
Yes.
Tierney?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Andrew? Yes. Motion carried. Very good. All right. Discussion on city attorney agreement, town of Homestead Law Office. But that feels nice to have you just joining me. And I believe this is pretty much the same contract as our last.
This is for an additional 3 years, and then, at which time we'll probably need to do our due diligence and go out for bid after this. One's up. That's what's recommended by the yes.
I move to accept the agreement for the city attorney with Tana Homestead and Homestead Law Office.
Second.
Andrea moved, Tierney second. That we accept the city attorney agreement. Any discussion?
Are you sure?
Thank you.
Are you sure? 3 years. Are you sure? Tierney?
I was more than sure. Speak on her behalf. She's forced, right?
Strong arm.
Yes.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
It is. All right, motion carried. Very good.
Thank you.
Let's see. Action and discussion on the potential discontinuation of the noon and 5 p.m. whistle.
All right.
Apparently, there is a.
Drum roll. Okay, so, I did close it at 2 p.m. on Friday in order to have that stuff in the packet on time. We received 89 responses, and of those responses, 51.7% said keep the noon and 5 p.m. whistle. 36% said discontinue, and then a small margin for keep only the noon and keep only the 5. So, I would assume you're going to listen to your constituents and keep the noon and 5 p.m. whistle, so.
And we did receive 2 paper copies that washed each other out, basically, because we had 4 in against. Okay.
Yeah, those are not tabulated in here because they were not received.
But they canceled each
They
other.
canceled each other, so.
Well, that is surprising for as many people who said they didn't want it,
Right?
There you go.
but that's fine.
Yep.
4%.
So, we're gonna continue, we're not making any change, so we don't need to take action.
Okay.
But it is important to know that if for any reason it breaks on its
Yes.
own, we cannot order
Yes.
parts.
So
We have
I
already-
did confirm that, there's parts we could order, but they probably wouldn't fit our current model because of its age. At which time we would have to look at completely replacing the siren with something different. Which could be costly, and at that time, it might be worth asking,
That bridge when we get there.
asking the
That's right.
community again. hey,
Yeah.
Now that you have to pay for it again, do you really want this whistle? So.
I bet it lasts another 20 years.
It's lasted a long time, so.
How old is it?
Yeah.
It's been going off for an eon, so I don't know.
No one knows how old it is.
No,
It's not gonna break down.
no,
It's not.
it's made of the good old stuff,
It
not the
is,
new
yeah.
plastic stuff.
Yeah.
There's no plastic parts.
No.
Put oil in it. Alright,
Bill.
action and discussion on Hayes Memorial Library, the Library Foundation audit and related items.
So, just gonna give a little background here as to why we asked to be placed on the agenda tomorrow at the library board meeting. We were contacted by our auditors, AMGL, Tracy Cannon to be specific. Jesse was contacted, about the foundation not completing an audit, therefore putting a smear on our audit report. It would be a significant finding. At which point a hold would be placed on our highway allocation fund. Our highway allocation fund that we get funds our street project, as you know, roughly estimated or approximated at $200,000. Putting a hold on it. What does that mean for us? Well, depending upon how long that holds on there, it means we may not have a street project this year. And if it doesn't get done at all, we wouldn't receive that money at any point until it is received. The Library Foundation submits their audit. Library Foundation at this point is being required to submit an audit because they are a component service of the library. We fund the library. The Library Foundation is a component service of the library, correct? She's forced. So the state auditor had sent a letter, and forgive me, I don't know the exact date, to the Library Foundation stating in August, thank you, in August.
In August.
In August, and to no event. another letter was sent on behalf of our attorney, as well as input from AMGL, from Tracy Cannon, from our auditors, stating the effects of this not being completed. They need to submit a waiver, not a waiver by December 31st.
Which is like a little postcard.
It's not a big thing at all. What was the other?
Or to be part, or to have an audit completed.
Yes, or to have the actual audit completed.
Or to provide our accountants with it, that it would be completed in our office.
So that is the reason we're requesting to be placed on the agenda at the library board so that we can discuss these items with them. In the
Which of
event,
those options would release our highway funds? So would
any of them.
the waiver also,
Any of them,
okay.
any of them.
Is the waiver an extension or is it we're not going to
It's because they
submit it
don't
this
meet,
year? We can get it.
it's because they don't meet a monetary threshold. So was it $50,000 in revenue, right? $50,000 in revenue. They don't meet, if they don't have $50,000 in revenue, they can apply for a waiver and submit a waiver,
Okay.
which is the easiest path.
Or they can submit as
Submit
be
an
a
audit.
part of our audit or do it independently.
Yes,
Okay.
any of the three.
Yeah.
So how does that affect us? Well, we in talks with Tracy, don't think we'll actually have to do a budget amendment, push come to shove, in order to say, you know what, sorry, if we don't get our street allocation fund, that money has to come from somewhere. It's gonna come from the library budget. Because it's on the revenue side and not the expense side. However, we probably would need to have a special meeting to discuss that, if push comes to shove. This all has to be done by December 31st. So we're coming up on D-Day here per se. And we'll have the same discussion along with some other expectations that we expect to see from the library moving forward, tomorrow at their meeting.
So isn't there other ramifications if we have a significant findings as a city?
It could affect how, I know if we ever had to go out for a large bond or a large, loan, those companies do look at your most recent audit report. And if you have a significant finding on there, it could increase your interest rate that you're allowed to borrow money at, or the amount of money that you're allowed to borrow as well. So yes, there are other things.
And what about people who, like we're going out for a bid, do people also look at that too? It's a kind of like a credit rating of a city or?
Some do, I would say the majority do not look at that.
Okay.
I mean, we're the ones investigating them, really.
Right.
Not them. Now, if they're gonna do their due diligence, yeah, I would investigate the company that I'm gonna work for and see, are they paying their bills on time?
Mhm.
What is, I would look at.
Well, because they want paid.
Yes, so, there are other ramifications and sort of underlying things that may happen or may not happen. Again, for now, nothing has happened.
Right.
And until December 31st, a threshold is not met, then yes, they'll move, the auditors have stated that they'll move forward with preparing our audit with that.
So then let's say January 15th, they decide to do it. And do we still have a significant finding then, or will that, how does that work?
I guess I didn't ask that question to Tracy. I mean, I would assume if it was any time before the audit is printed, we could submit it to them and get it.
But the audit waiver, the audit is that, so then it'll be, that they have to do it different perspective.
So we different
They'll have to do an
requirement.
action.
Do they meet the criteria for a waiver?
We don't know. We don't know. They may or may not.
Because we haven't seen their financials.
Gotcha.
And nobody from the foundation has responded to the city's request.
How many members are on the foundation?
I think there's at least 5.
Mhm.
Okay. So will they be there tomorrow?
I don't know.
That's fire. All right, well, I know we want to be successful, but it sounds like it's there. I don't want to add to $200,000 to library budget, just want to say that, but also it looks like,
But, so I serve on the hospital foundation board. It's no different than that scenario where they're considered a component unit of the hospital because of the fact of how much money that they donate
to the hospital for, to fund certain projects for the hospital. So the foundation is part of the audit that the hospital goes through. And so, I mean, we have to submit a whole bunch of forms and a whole bunch of things to the auditing firm that's hired by the hospital. So, I mean, it's not like this is an unusual thing that happens, like it happens all the time, and I guess I don't really understand what the pushback is from them on this whole thing, because it's not out of the ordinary, like just submit things that you need to submit and be done with it.
I was told we were overstepping our reach as a city.
I can tell you, I asked foundation board members back in August, and I asked the library board to please comply, and obviously they did not.
And I'll make note that, yes, the library foundation, you know, pays bills through the library board and donations and so on and so forth. The library is getting the brunt of this. The foundation is the one who is really should be putting the pressure on now. This pressure should not only be coming from us, but it should also be coming from the library board as well. That pressure has only been brought by us at this point, so. That's where the dilemma is, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow and try and urge them that they need to get this done, or it's going to seriously affect what the rest of this year looks like for them.
Well, because that would be our whole funding for our annual street project. Would be delayed or gone, one of the two.
One of the two. And the problem with that is that we try to do January, February for a street project. Construction companies like to bid in the winter so that they know what their spring and summer workload is going to be like. We missed that window more than likely around. I'd say there's a slim chance that we could still be fitting at the end of the year, especially by a local company. But the chances first. That's sort of the picture behind this. It's an update. Everybody's on the same page. We followed everything that we think we need to follow. We went above and beyond. The state auditor sent the letter. They should have followed that. We really didn't need to send an additional letter, but we did.
Yeah, because we don't wanna have to take $200,000 away from the library if we don't have to.
Exactly.
You know, we'd rather just, it stay where it is, we have just through our street project, it'd be really unfortunate if they forced our hand and made it so that we had to do that.
So does anybody know, is the library foundation, are they like, where, like, if you make a donation, it tends, like,
Yeah, it's
Everyone.
so,
it is.
so all donations, actually, will have to give receipts to the people. And there's a filing they have to do so that people get credit for the donation, so they have to file that kind of information, correct?
Correct. When I was the treasurer, I did that. I gave receipts and I did filing with the state. I don't know how it's done now, because I've been off that board for 5-6 years now.
Okay.
Because
What's
the library, no, I was part of that, yes.
So how difficult would it be for this to actually do this?
It would take less than 10 minutes.
So, Steve, I would encourage you if you can to attend the meeting tomorrow. That way there's no secondhand information from what went on and what was said, so. We are on the agenda, everybody, city council, mayor, myself, so we all have an opportunity to speak.
And if you want, I could, if you can't make it because of a conflict, Andrew and I could read a statement from you if you did want to do that. I know you
If you have a question.
Or if you had a question. This is the same in any city that had, or any entity that had a type of foundation. This is like you said, the exact same requirement, right? This isn't new.
So if you're controlling the unit, then you have to be part of it.
Have we just not, it just hasn't triggered in the past by our auditors, or there's something maybe with the state that has increased the awareness of foundations?
The state has really been looking at libraries, I believe, is.
Yeah.
Well, they're looking at component.
No component, I'm sorry.
Which in a lot of cases for cities involves a library because of the way the structure is.
Well, a library or some cities and villages own and operate a nursing home. And it's the same way, you have a foundation for the nursing home, and they will be considered a component unit as well.
Okay.
So yes, this is not a standalone, this happens all across the state of Nebraska, and I would assume other states as well. That have those type of foundations, and no different, like Thomas said, with the hospital. State, they take a deeper dive into different areas, at various times in this year, or in the last couple of years, actually, it's been component units. So brought this visibility, to the forefront.
And the initial letter was from the state, is
Yes,
that right?
from the state auditor's office, yes.
4 months.
4 months for 10 minutes. Well, it's discouraging. All
Is,
right, well, thank you, everyone, and if you have any thoughts or anything, let us know, or if you can think of a solution. I don't know, I beat my head on this and just can't come up with it, because it's outside of our, we have no authority on anything in this stuff, except for funding, so. Anything else? Well, thank you for your help with that and your research. Appreciate it.
so their meeting is tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've already passed our budget. Really, we won't know until December 31st what kind of pickle we are in.
I do know the foundation board was supposed to have met at noon yesterday, but we have heard nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Now, whether they had quorum, I would say they were supposed to have met at noon yesterday.
I imagine on January 9th, we'll have an agenda item to discuss the outcome one way or the other.
One way or the other, yes.
Yeah, do carry it over and that way we can discuss
An
it.
update or an action.
Yeah, okay.
Do we just want to table this?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do we need a motion to do that?
Yes.
I make a motion that we table the discussion on the Library Foundation audit until our next meeting on January 9th.
Kimberly moved, Tierney second, that we table the Hasty Memorial Library Foundation audit and other related items to January 9th. Any more discussion? Tierney, how do you vote?
Yes.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Andrew?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you, guys.
Sorry, update.
All right. Action and discussion on the mayor and city council attendance at the NMPP Energy and Annual Conference, March 19th through 21st.
This is similar to what we've done with the Midwinter Conference for the League of Municipalities. Really, the sense of urgency here is the hotel books up very fast. So if you think you can go or you want to go, let us know so we can get rooms booked, and plans made for travel. As you can see, the first days, we will probably come in on the 19th. After another evening, attend the conference, on the 20th, and then the 21st is only half a day, so we'll be back, in plenty of time.
When are we getting the league stuff?
Probably middle of January. They're really late on theirs.
Because I actually cannot attend this, but there's too much going on in March.
I will note, I don't know, we won't know the outcome until the meeting, because I have to excuse myself from the board meeting when they vote on this. But I did submit us for NMPP project of the year for our downtown revitalization.
Oh.
So it'd be really cool if I wasn't the only person there. But I won't know the outcome, even though I'm on the executive board, I have to excuse myself when they vote.
So we might get an award. And
We might.
We might be there.
Uh,
Or I won't.
I don't know. It was worth a shot, and there were only 3 pages.
We do need to know the answer for these.
By the end of the month would be great.
Okay. And then if we weren't able to attend late, then did you get reimbursed for any of the fees or anything?
I think we usually have 24 to 48 hours to cancel the room. And NMPP will reimburse the registration fees.
And one elected officer, they
Is
give
free.
for free, because we pay for one registration.
Okay.
But we would want to go ahead and make the motion to make the
Yeah.
Berlin board registration, all of that if you don't know today.
Well, I won't know until a week prior, probably Thursday or Friday, the prior, I'll probably be able to go based on this, my schedule, so,
I'll shake the one, got the same for you.
okay.
Yeah, so,
So even if you're like a maybe, so we need to go ahead and make a
Yeah.
motion.
yeah, so just.
I mean, I definitely think we don't dismiss it.
To approve the mayor and city council attendance and pay for the rooms and registration. I can get the number later, that's not a problem.
Yeah, and if we can get reimbursed within 48 hours, I think we'd all would know that.
Sure.
And I think that's, that was my big concern.
So. When on the itinerary, when did that happen? Is that on the
The day.
20th?
An evening and
Yeah.
then, yeah.
20th meal, the evening meal.
There's no way I get 3 days off in a row like that in the middle of.
It's a awards banquet at 7 p.m.
Why is that like on Monday?
All your days.
Thursday.
Their meetings, like when I go to Lincoln to attend, they're usually Wednesday, Thursday, so.
So then,
I'm saying if we could be there, the best time to be there would be on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep, if you could just be there. Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to drive back after the awards banquet, but yeah.
so we can just make a motion that those that can attend, I make a motion with those that are able to attend, respond to Edward by the end of the month. That we will pay for hotel and the annual conference for the in EP Energy.
Not that hard to say.
Yeah, well, yeah, you get,
Second.
Andrew moved Kimberly second that the city of Grant paid for those who are able to attend the NMPP Energy Annual Conference in March. Any more discussion? Andrea, how do you vote?
yes.
Sam?
Yes.
Tierney?
Yes.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you guys for the consideration and if my schedule changes, I will keep the conference. in mind. All right, so we had this loose one, right?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you for all that hard work, Jesse. I know when you're struggling, because you only have one meeting.
And everybody reviewed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you
Yes,
write
so-
everyone reviewed? All right,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. I move to accept bills and claims in the amount of 98,741.32.
Second.
Andrea moves, Sam seconds that we accept bills and claims in the amount of $98,741.32. Any discussion?
I was not able to locate the Division of Aeronautics.
It's,
There's
Two
the-
items or both?
too early.
Both later. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to.
Those are the ones that you guys signed for the contracts on.
ACH.
Thank you.
All right, any other discussion? All right, Sam, how do you go?
Yes.
Andrea?
Yes.
Tierney?
Yep.
Kimberly?
Yes.
Motion carried. Good meeting, guys. Thank you very much. We are adjourned at 7:42.